Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and today I'm talking about Hytale again. And today's topic is a bit more bigger picture than the rest of these videos. And today I'm going to make a bold claim about Hytale, and that is that it is going to change the world for the better. Back in 2010, when I downloaded the Minecraft alpha for the first time and pulled an all-nighter with my friend Matt, and we took 2-hour shifts playing the game all night until 11 a.m. the next morning, I had an epiphany. My 12-year-old self had an epiphany. Was it 12 or 13? Something like that. I wanted to make games. So then, over the next month, I taught myself Java and C++, and then that started my programming career, which, like 8 years later, I am still pursuing, and now I have my own business. I'm applying for staff in multiple programming positions. I have a Minecraft server that I programmed a lot of the plugins for. I'm making games, and all of this was inspired by Minecraft back in the day. And why did Minecraft inspire me? Well, seeing such a simple game with so much potential, and all the modability that it has, and then working with Craft Bucket and Spigot, it just produced an environment that made it really easy to start coding. So what I predict is going to happen is that Hytale will not only be a successful game, but it is going to be an amazing educational tool. So not only will it inspire people to make their own games, but it's going to teach them how in the process of making mods in Java. So it's already been confirmed that the mods are going to work similar to plugins in Minecraft, where they'll be run on the server, and they will be made in Java. So that means that it's like the perfect tool for teaching yourself programming. I'm in a computer science degree right now at RIT, and year 1 classes are teaching you Java. So like, it's legit. Java is the thing to start learning. Of course there's Python too, but I think Java is just about as easy in its own way. Not only that, but even now, Craft Studio, the model making tools inspiration, is something that a lot of minors use right now. A lot of young kids are using Craft Studio to make really cool stuff. Of course, there's people that are older than that, but still, the point I'm trying to make is that Craft Studio, the thing that inspired the Hytale model maker, is already being used by very young people to make professional looking stuff, and it's teaching them the ideas of animating and model making. And once Hytale comes out, then you can apply that. You can put your creation in a game. And that's one of the most important things about being a creative person, is that you can see what you've made be applied. As I said, I taught myself C++ and Java like 9 years ago, and even now, it took me about 4 years to finally start applying it in a way that was meaningful, and that's when I really started to get it. When I was in C-Tech, which is the programming BOCES program that I was in for 11th and 12th grade, when I finally started to get it is when I was taught Visual Basic, and then through Visual Basic, I was able to make applications using Windows Forms. So I've upgraded from console applications to actually having a window come up with buttons that you've programmed yourself and a display, and that's when it finally clicks. So for something like Hytale, let's say you make yourself a model using the model making tools, and then you immediately throw it in the game. You get instant gratification for the work you put in to make that model, and then you make a mod, right? You code a mod in Java, and then you get instant gratification for programming that mod, and you can apply it. Just like with Craft Bucket and Spigot. That's when I really started to get good at Java. So I knew it for a long time, but 2 years ago when I started making plugins, that's when I really started to get good at it. Is because I instantly saw the results of what I made. Not only is the modding system using Java a great thing, and the model making tools being super easy also a great thing, but the collaboration potential in Hytale is even greater. Because now, using that collaboration feature, I could imagine a scenario where a professor or teacher, I guess if we're talking about middle school and high school here, a teacher would be creating a model, for example, right, of some character in real time, and then the entire class of students would have the project open and would be independently creating their own animations for that model as it's being made. Just imagine that. What if the whole class, what if it was like they made a whole day out of it, and each student picked an animation for them to make. So it's like, hey, Joey's making the walking cycle, and Lily's making the running cycle, and Bob is making the sword swing animation. And then, like, just the whole class of, like, I don't know, 18 to 20 kids makes all these animations, and then by the end of the 1 hour period, that character is fully made and animated, and then they get to throw it in the game, and then everybody gets to spend 10 minutes playing around with the character, and then they get to see the animations they just made. That teaches you a lot. The application stage is so important in learning, in my opinion. It's one thing to learn the concept and move on, just from like reading it and maybe doing it a few times like in the real world, but not seeing your results very much other than just like a console. But like legit seeing your work be used is so important, and that's what made it so I finally understood programming for the first time. Some other skills that could be taught using Hytale would be, of course, architecture. We can make that argument with my friend Anthony. I've been friends with him for years. I got him into Minecraft many years ago, and he always made some really interesting stuff. If anybody's seen Survival Island, you would know that the Survival Island house is gorgeous, and he's the one that designed it. And here we are, both college kids. We started this back in high school, and now here we are in college. I went for computer science because Minecraft inspired me, and Anthony's in college for architecture, and he still uses Minecraft as a creative outlet to get himself ready for designing buildings in real life. And recently, he's actually been picked as one of the people that could potentially have their designs built in a real building while he's still in college. It's like for some, I think it's for an ambulance corps building. But anyway, I don't have him here to ask, but I would imagine that Minecraft played a big part in his decision to pursue architecture. So that's the other thing. And then of course we can look to Minecraft for the Minecraft Education Edition. They're pursuing things like chemistry. I'm pretty sure they started with physics, but considering how Minecraft's physics don't really work properly, it's a little bit of a stretch. But I think Hytale could potentially really do well with chemistry, because what if the potion brewing system had a cauldron, right? And then with a slight modification, you can make it so instead of like a cauldron, it's like a flask, and then you can mix chemicals together, and then of course do a bunch of explosives, because that's what gets people into that sort of thing, is like, oh, let's do an exothermic reaction and combine a gummy bear with I forgot what the chemical was. Bonus points in the comments if you know what makes gummy bears explode. But the point is, right, that it's such an easy creative outlet. You can teach whatever you want through Hytale, and a lot of people learn visually, me included. And seeing what you've done actually make an effect in the world, like seeing the results of what you just did, is instant gratification, and it promotes that learning cycle. So I'm trying to think of other skills that Hytale would teach you. Of course, world building, being able to, and then maybe being able to write stories, create characters, filmmaking, right? And editing. It could teach you how to make films using the cinematic tools, and then you'd be able to instantly watch them back using the cinema, the video watching tools. And it would teach you key points, and again, animating. And you can apply all these skills together to make a movie. You can model your own character. You can animate that character. Then you can make a scene using your architecture skills that you've just picked up. And then you can use your filming skills to get the proper camera angles. And then you use your editing skills to insert the right music and sounds, and to make it dramatic and get the timing right. And just making that one film would have taught you so much about making videos on YouTube even. What if it teaches people how to do YouTube stuff? The possibilities are... I mean, it's so cliche to say the possibilities are endless, but there's so much you can do to make Hytale into an amazing learning tool. It will inspire a new generation in the realm of game development, in the realm of animating, model making, architecture, story writing, video production, programming. It's literally insane. And I think this is going to be it's going to change the world, I think. Because Minecraft already has started to change the world. It's the reason why I started programming, and even then, that was back when it was in its alpha stage. And I bet you there are many, many, many others that are my age, or maybe even slightly older, that have started programming because of Minecraft. Maybe even younger, I would be honest. So I think we've got a really good thing going here, and I can't wait to see what comes of this, what creative stuff is going to be made using these tools. Well, anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another Hytale upload. And if you want to see my own creative outlet in Hytale, you should check out the Blockshot network. Blockshot is the Hytale FPS network. The goal is to have a bunch of gun-based minigames, so free-for-all, domination, team deathmatch, zombies, and of course, apocalypse survival, a story-driven, massive multiplayer online mode. And we have almost 40 staff right now, and a very dedicated team, if that. And we aim to release the server, at least the run and gun type of game modes, in the first week of Hytale's release. That's a crazy goal, but I think we can do it. Well, anyway, that is it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.